But I think, generally speaking, I personally see it as a very positive experience in a way, because as much as it was very hard, it has pushed people to take on more leadership, either from the HR function to the managers and leaders, in the way they actually address and work with people. There's no more status quo. It was time to reinvent yourself and reinvent the policies and really try to listen to people, how they're actually going through this pandemic, both on the professional and the personal side. So I felt that this situation has actually created more empathy, more appreciation, and more of a situation where people start to challenge status quo, which is good. On the negative side, I definitely think that, of course, mental health is an issue. And to the extent of some organizations are really being proactive on it, but some others are not. And how do you take care of your people? And also, how do you help them return to work physically in the future? So that may be the most negative thing. It has already also changed the way people behave and some psychological impact on employees. Pandemic has definitely put more emphasis on talent management, anything from onboarding, as we just discussed, all the way to mental health and well-being and how to performance management. It has, in my view, forced many HR functions to become much more strategic, much more lean in what they do as well, and focus on keeping the talent on board, motivated, engaged, and also avoid, potential sick leave or unethical lapses. What we did is really to embed the value of diversity into our values as an organization. That was the first thing. And I think when you make it very clear, explicit, this is who we are. We want more diversity because it's good for our organization. We are an international organization. Diversity is key. It's a good starting point to engage in conversation with managers who are hiring, for diversity. That's the first step, the value-based approach. The second is to train managers and especially the hiring managers to try to unlock some biases in the way they recruit. So it can start at the way the type of questions we ask during the interview, maybe even the modality of the interview, whether it's a face-to-face or it is a remote interview. And then some tolerance around the language barriers. Because if you have a native English speaker, we know that they may be more comfortable and more confident in an interview, and obviously it can lead to some biases, whereas perhaps a woman who might not be that confident, but she's probably extremely good, but that may not show. So having a series of different interviews or ability to engage with the candidates and go beyond maybe some initial biases that we all have, it actually will help. That's what we did. We train managers, we work with staff to try to unlock those biases and making sure the interview are as easy as possible for the candidates to shine at the interview. Then the third action we took is talent management. The training, we targeted emerging leaders. We focused on training this next generation of leaders in GGGI so that they understand all those how to implement more diversity, how to enable that diversity. And the talent management has been extremely key for changing the culture of ADB, of GGI, sorry, in that respect. So that would be my three: value-based, hiring for against bias, and training the future leaders of your organization.